What's the deal, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, Season 13, Episode 4. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on, you guys? All right, as I said before, a lot of things are coming to an end this week. Housewives of Atlanta is done. The Whether You Like It or Not panel is done. And then on Thursday, the Chasing panel will be done. So all we have to talk about right now really is Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Love and Marriage Huntsville. And then we'll be talking about gossip and all the other shit along the way. So we're going to do what we got to do to keep this shit going and flowing and all of that good stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all do know that with every live that I do, we start off at the 5-minute mark. And you also know that with every live that I do, we want to hit 100 people. We want to hit 100 plus people with every live that we do. Okay, so get into it, you guys. Hold on, let me see. But yeah, so hey Scotty, much love from Lexington, Kentucky. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here and tuning in. I really appreciate you. Or whatnot. Y'all, somebody trying me in these text messages, and I don't appreciate it. But you know what it is? Mercury retrograde, y'all. It's definitely Mercury retrograde. And I'm actually having a decent retrograde right now. I know that last retrograde that we had, baby, I was going through. I don't know if y'all believe in Mercury retrograde or not, but that last Mercury retrograde I had, baby, it took me through conflict after conflict after conflict after conflict after conflict after conflict. Okay, like I was mad at everybody. Like what Kelly Rowland say on Dirty Laundry? I was mad at everybody. I mean everybody. Yeah, everybody. Okay, I was mad at everybody. Anybody could get it during the month of March and April. Anybody could get it then. I promise you. But we're gonna have a good, Mercury retrograde. It ain't lasting that long. It's only for like maybe about 2-3 weeks. It ain't gonna be long. It'll be over before I know it. I know it. But baby, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. That last Mercury retrograde was like over. Like over. It was a lot, y'all. It was a whole lot. Let me see what's going on up in here. Because I was watching Love and Hip Hop and looking at Harvin's live at the same time. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. People expect so much out of me, y'all. But yeah, so we're about to go ahead and get into this review, y'all. We got like 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And here we go. It's time for the review, y'all. So we open this episode up at Bambi's video shoot for the little, music career that she trying to. Y'all, I like Bambi. Like, don't get me wrong. I like Bambi. I just don't like her trying to do music. Just remain a goddamn reality star because that's where you excel at and move on. Because Bambi ain't never been no rapper to me. Even when she was on Basketball Wives, LA, she was not a rapper to me in the least bit at all. She was not a rapper. So I need for her to leave the music the fuck alone. Leave the music alone, I say. Leave the music alone. Like, I can't. I can't. She can have her music aspirations, but if the shit garbage, I'm gonna say that the shit garbage, and it is garbage. She's not a rapper. She one of them damn rappers that get on Love and Hip Hop and think they can make a career out of it because they own fucking Love and Hip Hop, child. But but yeah, let me go ahead and get into it, y'all. So let's get into it. Where we at now? Um, So Zell, Bambi, and Ray, they discussed Carly. They was talking about how, Carly is going through all the shit that she's going through, like with the arrest and everything that's going down with Tilo. And Ray starts defending Tilo. Like Ray was saying that Tilo wasn't cheating. And I just feel like, how do you know what the fuck he was doing? Tilo was definitely cheating on Carly. And Carla was definitely chasing up behind him at the airport, begging him not to leave her ass in that damn island that they took their trip on. That's exactly what was going on, child. And I just feel as though that's some crazy work. You feel what I'm saying? Like I really believe that Tilo was cheating on Carly, and that's why Carly was going crazy. Now my thing with Carly is this: you need to stop. I tell you this on every damn review. I feel like he pretty much I pretty much feel as though it's like when it come down to it, to me, it's like she needs to stop dating these YNs and leaving for her daughter. And I think I say that in every review, and I'm trying not to really not trying to say the same thing more than one time, but that's exactly what it's giving. And I feel as though it is what it is. She needs to stop doing that. And that is the reason why she's in the predicament that she's in. And on top of that, it's kind of like, for me, Carly needs to focus on Carly. And I really don't think that Carly ever focuses on Carly at all. I really feel as though Carly is lonely. She wants a man and she can't be by herself. And that's okay if you can't be by yourself. It is okay. Like there are some people who definitely can't can't be alone. You know what I mean? And even with the way that she treats her daughter, like her daughter is someone that you know, the way that she treats her daughter, like her daughter is her second man or something. And she dumps all her trauma and all her issues on her damn daughter a lot. So sometimes I feel like at the end of the day, it's kind of like, nah, you feel what I'm saying? So you're doing this the wrong way. You feel what I'm saying? Zell says that it's Carly's karma. He said that after he had the fight with Carly, he just said that he don't want to fuck with her no more and he's done with Carly. Like he really ain't got nothing else to say to Carly, and everything that she's going through, you know what I mean? Everything that I'm sorry, y'all. Everything that she's going through is all a part of her own karma. I felt like that was kind of harsh, but to each his own. So Bambi fills in Zell on the retreat drama. She said all the stuff that she was going through, she's tired of all of the fake shit. She says that she really ain't fucking with a lot of these girls right now, and she feels like everybody be kissing Spice ass. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't care what nobody say. Bambi didn't lie when she said that. They all be kissing Spice ass. They don't want Spice to be mad at them. They don't want Spice to come at them crazy. They don't want Spice to, be upset. They don't want Spice to go in on him and all this other stuff on them and try to fight them. Like they all act like they're downright afraid of motherfucking, what's her name? Of Spice. And I'm over that shit. I'm definitely over it, y'all. Give me 1 second. But yeah, it's kind of like you know, it is what it is to me. That like that's what it's given. So I'm like, they do be kissing her ass, and that's just the basis of the situation. They all be kissing her ass, and they act like they're afraid of her. And I be looking at them like, what does she have on y'all for y'all to be acting the way that y'all do? Like, I'm not quite understanding what this thing is with Spice. Zell starts bringing up the Mendecees tea, and he said that Mendecees is a cheater, and he got a lot of shit going on and all that. My thing is this: I wish they still had reunions. And Zell's comment about Mendici is the reason why I wish they had reunions. Could you imagine Zell and Mendici getting into it? I have never really just seen Mendici get into it with no man before. He always arguing with the women all the damn time. He's never arguing with the men. So I would love to see him argue with motherfucking Mendici. I want to see that shit. I want to see them get up out their seat. I want to see them charge at each other. I want to see it. Okay? I just want to see it. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So yeah. Then we get into Carly and Yandy, right? So Carly feels a way about Jasmine not being there still. Like he definitely feels the same, definitely feels the way so many people feels the way about Jasmine not being there. You feel what I'm saying? Like she doesn't understand why Jasmine can't be there for her mother when she's going through this stuff. Yandy then addresses the voice memos. Apparently, the voice memos come from 2023. She said that her and Mendici already addressed those voice memos. She don't know how they got leaked to the blogs, but they already addressed it. But by them being in the blogs now, they are now having to relive all of the stuff that is going on right now. They have to relive what they already went through already. Yandy says that she's embarrassed by the stuff that's being said on the blogs. And to be quite honest, I'm not really angry with her for being, you know, a little bit embarrassed or a little bit of upset. You feel what I'm saying? Because she got every right to be. Like, I'd be mad. I'd be a little bit embarrassed as well if all these rumors are going around about my husband and my husband ain't really saying shit to really debunk this shit. Like, come out and say something, because you got me out here standing alone by myself. And that is an awful feeling, to feel like you're standing alone because your husband don't want to come out and address shit. Like, why your wife always being a mouthpiece? Why can't you say anything? And most men don't come out and say shit, mainly because of the fact that all of that. So it's just like it is what it is. So I just don't know. I just don't know. Like, at all. Let me see where we at. So then she says that Mendecees refuses to shut this shit down, to be quite honest. And he does refuse to shut it down. Like, he feel like it's nothing to talk about. But it is something to talk about. If it's making your wife uncomfortable and it's not making your wife feel good, your best bet is to just do what she asks you to do, and that is to come out and really address this shit. Because the more you don't address it, the more guilty you look. But he don't care. And that just goes to show you where he stands with it, Yandy. So what you gonna do? You ain't going nowhere. So what you gonna do? Continue to cry about it and complain about the fact that he's not coming to your defense? Because he's not coming to your defense. He don't give a fuck about coming to your defense. He don't care. And that's what you're gonna have to realize and learn, that he don't give a fuck about coming to your defense. He gonna let these folks think whatever the fuck they want to think, and you just gonna have to sit still in this shit. So then we get into Sierra and Zay. Okay, now they're having dinner. Sierra tells Zay that Kim, her mama, is coming to dinner with them, and he's caught off guard. Apparently, Zay and Kim really ain't been getting along like that. You know, Kim been saying a lot of negative things about this relationship that Sierra and Zay has. Kim arrives and the tension is thick. She only speaks to Sierra and she only hugs Sierra, but Zay and Kim don't say anything. Sierra's whole thing is that she really wants them to get along. She thinks that it's very hard for her being married to this man, and this man is not getting along with his mama, with her mama. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what she did. So it's kind of like, yeah, like I'm not really feeling it. I'm not, I don't like this. Like, you my mom, that's my husband. We need for all of us to get along. So that's when Kim comes in and she starts bringing up like some gossip that happened a year ago about a woman saying that Zay was in her DMs. And I'm guessing this shit already happened and Kim brought it up. So in the midst of Kim bringing it up, Zay storms off, and after Zay storms off, Sierra and Kim go back and forth about this marriage. I'm just gonna need for Kim to leave well enough alone at this point. And I'm gonna need for Sierra to stop involving everybody in her relationship turmoil, because at the end of the day, it's like cut and dry with Sierra. It's the same shit over and over again. This is what you gonna do. You gonna fuck around with these niggas, get a ring. They're gonna fuck around on you. You gonna find out about them fucking around. You're gonna be mad for 10 minutes. You're gonna take them back. You're gonna do it all over again for the next few months. You're gonna find something else out, and then you're gonna be mad this time for about 35 minutes. And then after them 35 minutes is up, you're gonna take them back, and then it goes back around again. And then 3 months later, another chick come out saying that she fucking your man. You're gonna be mad for about 3 hours this time. And after them 3 hours is over with, then you're gonna be right back in the sack. So it's really no need for you to constantly be telling people about what's going on with your relationship. I'm just gonna need for changing faces to really quit doing that bullshit if she don't want nobody to say nothing about her marriage or her relationship. And I'm just gonna need Kim to let changing faces be the fucked up person that she can be when it come down to a relationship. Because I know one thing about me, I've always said the next relationship that I get in, I will not be public with that shit. I promise you I won't. Because although me and Bando was just dating, everybody was in our business. Everybody had an opinion about our business. Everybody want to question us about our business. So I would never want to go through that bullshit again. And even though me and that man are best friends now, they still do the same thing over and over again. It's like we can't escape it. Like we're telling y'all, we're not dating, we're friends, and they're still talking about it. So when you in something public, people are going to continue to get up in your business and continue to talk shit. Like it's just annoying. So that's why I'm saying, just like she don't need to have her mom in her relationship, I'm not having a public in mine no more. Like it's annoying, like at all. It's just too much. You learn your lesson with certain shit. So Yandy and Mendecees, they talk about the situation at hand, and then the voice note understanding of it all. He said, we already talked about this, and we already understood, and we already did this, and we already did that. Mendecees is frustrated because him and Yandy already dealt with the situation at hand already. Like they already dealt with it already. You feel what I'm saying? Like they dealt with the shit. And he feel like they shouldn't even be talking about it. And so Mendecees said people made up the story. But then again, it's kind of like Yandy was like, you might need to change your verbiage because nobody made up anything. So she got mad about that. So then Yandy is saying that she was frustrated about publicly dealing with this mess again, and she feels like Mendecees need to speak up. But he feels like he shouldn't. Once again, he doesn't care, Yandy. So you might need to just let this shit go and move on, because he really don't give a fuck about these blogs. He really don't care about nothing. So if you're not going to talk about it publicly, you may as well talk about it on this damn reality show. Maybe that's what Mendecees was waiting on. Maybe he was waiting on the fact that, maybe they was waiting on the fact that, we're about to film, so it may as well talk about it now. You know what I mean? So when you on a reality show, there's certain things that you do have to kind of address when it hits blogs, or when you have some shit going on, you gotta address it in a sense. And so it is what it is. You gotta address it. So yeah, pretty much. Carly and Jasmine. Carly is still upset with Jasmine. Jasmine feels like Carly is codependent on her. And I am inclined to believe that he is doing it. You know what I mean? Like he is. Like that's how I feel. Like he definitely is doing that. You feel what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like you know, um, well, she is doing that. Cause she said, I got my own child, I got my own family. I can't be dealing with your shit too. She says that she's been protecting Tilo, and then when she reveals to Jasmine that she's been dealing with DV, Jasmine breaks down and she's upset because she didn't know. But that's what Carly needs to stop protecting these men. If something is going on with you and you want your daughter to be there, don't you think that if your daughter knew the magnitude of the things that you were going through, she probably would have dropped everything and been there for you? But she probably thought that this was some same old bullshit. You dealing with another nigga now, and now you want me to be here for you. That's what she thought. So it is what it is. It is what it is. That's what that's probably what she thought. And I can't really say I blame her for that. So Jock, Scrappy, and Mendecees, they meet up. Mendecees notices that Scrappy is in love with who? Himself? Mendecees thinks that Yandy cares too much about social media. It's not about her caring too much about social media. It's about her wanting her husband to defend her honor. That's what it's about. You're thinking it's just about social media when it's really not. You're not defending her and you're not having her back like she be having yours. And I think that's the motherfucking problem. She has your back all the time, but you never really have hers, and you always leave her out to dry all the goddamn time. That's what be going on. So it's kind of like, yeah. Yeah. So it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Now, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? I'm looking at my notes. Okay. So, how's she not defending his, Catherine? That's all she ever does is defend Mendecees. Like, I don't understand why you saying she don't defend it. She always defends him. She's always speaking on his behalf all the time. And that's why we be looking at her like she dumb as fuck. Because she's always speaking up for him. He never comes out and speak on her behalf. He never comes out and speak for her. So I don't know what you're talking about when you say that she ain't defending his, because she definitely defends him all the time, even when he don't deserve the defense. So then he said he thought that Kirk was his friend, but now Kirk and Rashida are both playing with his, marriage or whatever in this current situation on her cheating on him. Okay, and he cheated on her. What are you talking about? So, Mendecees thinks that Kirk is obsessed with his penis, right? Jock says that Kirk was saying that Mendecees was in a poly relationship with Jasmine. Next thing you know, Mendecees keeps reading, Kirk down to the ground, and it's just like, I'm gonna need for this Kirk and Mendecees setup to happen like right now. I'm gonna need for this to happen right now because Mendecees is pissed, and Rashida and Yandy ain't been in no scene yet, and neither has Kirk and Mendecees. And I got a feeling that Kirk and Rashida, probably refuse to film with them. They do shit like that. So we at Sierra's event. Kendra says that she ain't sucking Jock's toes. Zane tells Ashley that she needs to apologize to Rashida, but she doesn't think that she needs to. She don't need to. She ain't doing nothing but tell the truth. So Ashley confronts Rashida. Rashida said that she felt some kind of way when Ashley said that. Why would anybody want to be Rashida? I don't want to be a Rashida. She was motherfucking right. She don't want to be you. Why would she ever want to be you? Why would she want to be you? Even though she did take her garbage ass nigga back. But yeah, she don't want to be you. Nobody wants to be you. Like, you are a laughing stock on Love and Hip Hop. Like, we can say whatever we want to say about Carly and the shit that she do, but you're just as bad. So what Ashley said about you was not necessarily wrong. She ain't say nothing bad. You went into talking about her hair and all this other bullshit that you said. So Rashida, get the fuck out of here. Then Ashley turns around and says that she's glad that she's on a better note with Rashida because, Rashida goes low, she goes dirty. She heard all the things that Rashida had to say about Miss what's her name? All the things that Rashida had to say about Yandy and Mendecees, and she said that Yandy and Mendecees pretty much Rashida was talking trash about Yandy and Mendecees and all that shit. So yeah. That's the thing. So That's the situation at hand. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel about the situation. So yeah. But all I gotta say is this: all y'all need to do is say that she some kin to shout it low and keep it moving. So it is what it is. Anyway, moving forward, let's move on. So Ashley asked Rashida if she's lying about the Mendecees tea, and she says that she would never say anything that's a lie. Sierra says that she's not gonna kiss Spice ass, but you just said the other day that you don't never be talking shit about Spice amongst everybody else, and this is exactly what the fuck you doing. Now you finna make me be on Spice side, because if you claim you don't be talking shit about this lady in front of everybody else, you doing it now. And I get it. Spice did dismiss you. That she did do that. Spice did treat you like shit when you were trying to come to her and have a conversation. She did do that. But if you gonna tell her that you don't talk shit about her in front of everybody, keep that same energy, because you up here talking shit about that lady to these girls. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. So it is what it is. It is what it is to me. I don't get it. Now, let's see what else is going on here. Bambi says that she's willing to make peace with Rashida, but she's not. But she's going to ignore them for now. She don't want to talk to them right now. So then Sierra reveals that she's pregnant, and as she's revealing that, Jock asks Kirk to talk to Mendecees. I think Kirk said that he would be willing to talk to Mendecees, but he ain't got time for the bullshit, because everybody been talking about his marriage, so why can't nobody say nothing about Yandy and Mendecees marriage? The thing about it is, we heard shit, like it's pretty clear that Mendecees was fucking around on Yandy. It's clear, because that's exactly what they alluded to. But we all know that you fucked around on Rashida, and we all got a baby out of the deal to prove that shit. So it is what it is. So then after that, Sierra and Kim get into it, because they're at this magazine reveal, and Kim up here saying all this shit about Zay and the women and shit like that. And honestly, though, y'all, I feel like this. I see that Kim trying to look out for her daughter and stuff, but she's doing way too much. She's hurting her daughter. She's not really looking out for her. She's hurting her daughter. She's happy with Zay. Let her be happy with Zay. Let her be happy with Zay. We don't really know much of what he did right now. Like, we know what BK did. We know what Shooter did. We know what all them niggas did. But we don't really know what Zay has done. And Eric, I don't really know what happened to him, because they was married for about 2 seconds and they was done. So I really don't know. But Kim needs to stay the fuck out of it, honestly. She getting on my goddamn nerves. Cause Kim always on some bullshit, and she always be siding with folks over Sierra and all this shit. Like with them, when them sisters was wrong as fuck, but talking trash about Sierra on the internet, she was on live with them girls talking about Sierra. She ain't never seen it for Sierra. Ever since, I believe she's still angry with Sierra for having a baby and when she was a teenager. But it is what it is, y'all. But y'all, this episode really didn't give me that much. It was all right, but it didn't give me a lot to drag it for a whole hour. But that's all I got for today on Love and Hip Hop. I will see you guys on tomorrow sometime, because I'm pretty sure we got some shit to talk about for Yes for the Mess, and we are out of here. Before we go, though, let me let you guys know my book, That Is Why You're Lonely, is coming out on September the 23rd. It will be available on Kindle Books and Amazon, y'all. All right. Pre-orders for the ebook should be going out soon, and we're working on trying to do a pre-order for the paperbacks. With that being said, y'all, I'm out of here until the next video. Bye.
Cause I know what I want. I guess I could pray to the man up above. Start a new path with unconditional love. I can build a new life out of this mess. Moving on to a place free from the stress. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. Lost all the love that I found in you, baby. All of my life, and you know it hit the worst when it starts to shit, they can speak for itself. See, I'm a bad little nigga with his heart as well. Say it best from the heart, so it beating is felt. Just a sense to see you smile, so more probably can melt. With the cause is dealt, nigga, I was just wishing. Can I be the only bad bitch that you hit like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like? Can I be the only bad bitch you hitting like?